This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
So a brain. And he came so when
you know Boko.
Yam fight a young woman quickly enough. Your stories no more crank.
You know, and them Europeans and the Debia Mena may go on my fan, but Tomo ya Dibia Mentio Masi. What cap and I am for my Europe? Omaka once more can and look at this kind of baseless argument that Jimmy Callagher say players ni be prepare. I didn't know the tournament in Ababishi November. I didn't know the tournament in Ababishi say. There hasn't been any World Cup I am missing one or two key players on your stars. And one thing I also be ashamed and say. Countries now no money developed. I do World Cup coin. Omanya shade, you know, I ain't stadium on beating me. You ain't sure laugh for the game after that particular World Cup. European countries are here can one in to World Cup. From Uruguay, Eddie Baby see England will be a host to be. So far Spain and 1982 host to be. So far Italy and 1934 host to be. So Babe for my friend England almost to 1966. So far Germany in 2006 almost to be. Inti e hwan bi una aka. E hwan bi una aka bi dia ya mfa ma no. Ah omo cry out loud. Say World Cup and ye dia akwa come my friend Qatar. France for say in Paris there was no way omo be videos on out amo bi a hwe bi. Inti giant screens anka World Cup ko so a. Omo di be si miaye joint venues. I'm a man for a ship no almost all because the World Cup is going to Qatar. But France, after hosting 1938, must have been hosted 1998. Dortmund, in one of the games against Manchester City, almost supporters in the year demonstration against FIFA, all because they giving the World Cup to Qatar based on certain humanitarian grounds. Obi a protest here. Now it is the turn of Jimmy Carragher and his English people. Now you know as far as I uncrow for the World Cup, no one can watch them. They don't talk about the World Cup. I agree on the promotion of the EP on here. But the reality is that pa can World Cup Babe Kosudia and Kauti news to be it is about them. But they've decided to keep mute and not to discard the World Cup. All because the World Cup and FIFA the Qatar. In just some few days. To the World Cup in 2002, Opia Kai Santiago Canizares story. He was a goalkeeper and Kokwa Diama Spain, Oshevukwa. And I know Kupra. He missed the World Cup. No more hotel. You know more campo. Santiago Canizares made the World Cup. The last World Cup from Ben and Dimitri Payini. Why miss the World Cup? Argentina came to the World Cup. She goalkeepers on the by because their main goalkeeper in Romero on Supra. It's Genoa. Players and Daniel Alves missed the World Cup in 2018. Brazil for because Fagner and Danilo Mbeboy almost went to me into World Cup there was no way I back World Cup I miss to be through injury or play and miss out. Yeah, Bubble World Cup without the likes of Erling Haaland. Look at the kind of form they bought for Manchester City. Look at the form of Odegaard. All these players will be missing at the World Cup. Marco Verratti, Jorginho, Leonardo Bonucci, Donnarumma will be missing the World Cup. Algeria 4 players here, all these stars will be missing. And most Salah will be missing the World Cup. It is a World Cup here. There is no way a World Cup Bebaswa. Players will be asking in a bit me ensemble or more. People will miss through qualify, people will miss through injuries. Into Jimmy Carragher case. World Cup in here they say June, July and Crofopra. It is the Aqua Coach in November, that will be a pra. And as the players now tired that it is the same old story. The only problem is that few weeks and the teams Libya to prepare for the World Cup. If they are basing the argument on that, fine. But the reality is that there hasn't been any World Cup. Yaba, Genoa. You miss certain key figures.
Okay.
The Mondial. Europeans will be a host to be. Into a moment as some quality. Then, so go Spain.
This is also the police in our World Cup.
England for now.
Yeah, British police.
Omo
corner, Omo Bobai, Omo Bambone, Omo misbehave, Omo be ensure say Obia Edim Raso Pepe, especially England fans, you know.
Omo de.
Within fan zones, no one go beyond it, then go misbehaving.
Police. Omo Crawford they no accept it because omo de. In terms of hooliganism, omo ni size. Obia be ka de omo koye and start the velodrome in 2016. The last World Cup same. Into omo de ntokakon ene patapa ene mentwema wo de say wo pe e wo football ma ye omo a. So in that aspect, so omo de omo security that is spot on. Me no omo ya adwen si de no a omo for omo security ne nko no omo anko ba omo Crawford no ban. But World Cup and I don't think they will spend so much time over there. It is an
Okay.
question we are. What do you say?
No, but I say omo nye hundu omo nche ohoro sa na be so chire.
Omo nche ohoro.
Okay, we dey
and say one day we win. And I feel omo dey second team ana. After Germany omo.
Omo tournament ma. Ana manage omo.
Eh ana omo
so man na ye
there. Yes. Omo man ye there. Well, they have a good team.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that say World Cup is enkonye players na omo nya bi mo na nsan omo team ma. And can first two or first rank come your favorite for the World Cup because of their progression. In 2018, on board semi-final for the first time in 28 years.
Okay.
Now, so come team that the problem Omunya necessity Harry Maguire apart from the last game that he plays or more, Kyle Walker, John Stones had been on and off, and in midfield you can only rely on Declan Rice because Kevin Phillips and so come Manchester City no more. Raheem Sterling deep in form. Jude Bellingham in body, but these are not the men for the occasion.
Rhys James
in South Kupra. Yeah. No, you know, those areas in the only team replacement there. But Omoano getting the character to go beyond the big boys. Say you call Omu to do it, that is their problem. Omu the Omu problem now, you know. Say game no be the barrier, no share any of the big guys because the last time Omu call semi-finals no. Omushia, Omanshia, Omoya Dibia, so here in the group of Tunisia, Belgium, and qualify Belgium in the group. They beat Sweden, they beat Colombia, Omushia, Croatia, and Omu dreaming 9 there. So that is their problem. But they have materials. Garissa gets here and let's not forget, in the last Euros, they played in the final. But after Euros, no, the UEFA League of Nations, in Koyi. That is different from the World Cup. They have materials and you know so much so many year on betting go places. But once again, maybe share ya na that is the issue for England. Diego Simeone na Neoko Spain na almost yampam no. Obia se yampam no.
Is he the highest paid coach in Europe?
He's the highest paid coach, yes, in Europe.
Diego Simeone.
You know in the world.
The highest paid coach. Wow.
Yes. A Champions League Porto, Club Brugge. You know, I knew Biao. Won't even qualify. He was last. Now the sad aspect is that who defended any assassin. Who say mostly. And coach is only defending the other ball back who club better nothing. In Keding. But only there. Who defended any assassin. And look at the table. So your group one are considered goes to the power. Not against stiffer or tougher customers. Only FC Porto no ball no. And you know, look at the FC Porto team and compare it to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid say, who is Geno Black? Ephraim. Who is Saul Niguez? Who is not likely to make it? Now you are branching a friend. Ronaldo, you know, about the left-sided centre back now. All these materials are players that will start for their respective national teams or Omubeko World Cup. Jose Maria Jimenez will be the centre back for Uruguay. So Ashe Gonzalo Molina, he will be the right back for Argentina. Come to the midfield. Rodrigo de Paul will be the central midfielder for Argentina. Azel Wissel will start for Belgium. Griezmann will start for France. Yannick Carrasco will start for Belgium. Angel Correa will start from the bench for Argentina. It did not share the materials Diego Simeone. Now compare it to Zanussi, compare it to Pepe, compare it to Fabio Cardoso, compare it to Macau, compare it to Evan Nelson, compare it to Otavio, Escutao, Feti Taremi. The players I didn't know FC Porto do omobo against a team my friend Atletico Madrid and still struggling. Now ball no shebia. Ya saw 2-1 in the no. No goalkeeper na man of the match. And no go a Geno Black down run. They know a new goalkeeper. Into Diego Simeone. If there are calls to Enrique Cerezo and Gil Marin, so Omunya Bibimfa opening, I totally agree. Because some players here American now, you have Matthias Cunha on the bench, João Felix on the bench, You have Marcos Llorente on the bench. You have Alvaro Morata on the bench. Some players when you FC Porto, they will start, and still you can't beat this particular side. You can't beat Club Brugge. Who struggling in that particular group now? Some be last. So we qualify for Europa Cup. You know, be at say. But the El Colo or the Atletico Madrid team in Babet Nefia, any of the European competitions in general, baby, Omo team and qualify. Nisika Oje, and it is not as if he doesn't spend. He spent a lot. He scored the far Thomas Lima. He scored the far Abrante Fene Jao Felix. He scored the far Matias Kuna. Inti players let the Santo, but you know performance na bafem 8 trophies. All the years I was in Atletico Madrid. Now so draw graph now. Last season Manchester City uniform in the quarter final. This time he's in the group stage and he has always struggled in the group stage. He is a master when it comes to the home and away games in terms of the knockout stages. But the reality is that you don't play Catanaccio and still concede goals. Why is the door bolt? You need the locker to lock the door. You know why do you defend? You have these materials and you still defend with this material. Yet you still concede goals there. Someone for Rizzi concern said Diego Simeone. He's my man. But you know, I totally agree. It's long overdue. I also want new coach. Then about what best for ATM. Because from the early 2000s, I'm call relegation. Gregorio Manzona, Mobabe for team. No man, a series of coaches on much in here. But under his watch, was ye be powerful Atletico Madrid. Even the last time Omoka said Omobe so firepower in Europe was the days of Henario Herrera. But after, not even the days of Luis Aragones, Simeone ye be. But the reality is that and then the baby or the team in the or the team in them. And if people are calling for his head, I totally agree.
Yɛhwɛ na matches no bu kakra ɔmo ɛbɛkɔ ɔmo anim ɔmo a drop na yɛmfa hwɛ na games no kakra bi na fi yɛntoa so.
You know, one big game and now we care about the group D.
Yep.
Now we are very particular about that particular group.
Yeah.
And these were teams and no more points in the society near you be abe. Now in Sporting Lisbon say ata Gomez akwa to atene di kan. Enti no be any say o mawie. But team my friend Edra Frankfurt it take 10 minutes. From 62nd to 72nd minute, and I'm take an share. On my test of me a stubborn side. Because already Sporting CP game on my born this season. Even at home, if you come to Tottenham was per fast, it you know be in Senka Portugal and community problem. And after scoring the first goal, Frankfurt said at the new camp, on what me cause a major upset or hodia. Then the Portugal is not play for them. And I do know almost team share Sporting CP by 2-1. Almost what team qualified to the next of the competition. Another big one was the Stade de Velodrome. Game when also between Tottenham Hotspur and then a team my friend Olympique Marseille. Marseille the Omgusu a bomb Champions League back on Omoje and Hobine. And in Tiamaru visited the last time PSG ball final no team almost supporters need to chrome. Then no before the game. So the not supporters in and around the Stade de Velodrome. Now you're Tottenham was paying now, young Besho Kakra. Almost started game now a chancellor Mbemba. Echo 2 at the kind. And Tottenham has weak mentality now no mono. No be a some bit me redeem more imagana. And Che and Abrante Fene Clemel Ingle. Echo take an from Avan Perisic. A free kick now the left foot, a boy, and I do know Pino too. Game na day, Antonio Conte in the stands. Into dear no more bet me aye. Marcela ball menim. Our mobile last minute goal. And I bought CC Hurricane. One thing I bought Hurricane pie, the Moruno rule. I decided so all money in any more, but to be on drop with it. No bellinky up with play. And a Hurricane in your ball no piano at all. Abrante I fed the hobby. You know, one channel crash smashing the ball inside the post. And Tottenham was pay ATB Corvine by 2-1. A famous victory indeed. So after game, so I Hurricane Asana. It really tells you how these players want to be part of the Champions League. Conte ya bonne chibibre. Say Champions League no was but you know this was a test game for him and he really proved everybody wrong. Say game and no be any say nkoye ma Tottenham Hotspur no. Omo timi akwa. I think they've done really well and on my yard there so matter poor group. You don't remember the last time Tottenham Hotspur topped their group in the Champions League. But under Conte this time they've done it. Yemshe how Bubisi approach to the next games. Liverpool.
Yeah.
Almost so against Napoli, no. Napoli was unbeaten. In today, him say Napoli better on unbeaten records now. So, me can say, so the performance of Liverpool at home, no. Now the Kototo or in the EPL no quarter to Champions League now be mistake because the European grounds is clearly different from the Premier League. And you see a game na Napoli di can go to Atana, but you know VR no rule offside. Clearly, so we had the plan of coach your friend Luciano Spalletti. Now need any plan to stop Mo Salah. Salah nyani good season ewo team my friend AS Romano Luciano Spalletti and an coach. Uko itile omaka almost say one player, one coach who improve Salah pano was Luciano Spalletti. And then now one starting Mario Ru or the Uruguay for number 3 no, in Matias Oliveira and of course starting on the left side again Mo Salah. But it was clear. So she game when it be a De Lorenzo Muyo Omajuma, but you know, Oman Timia and stop Liverpool, Darwin Nunes gradually or set chances in the year, but I know when you go the moment and Mo Salah goes in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, or banking in goals no for team my friend Liverpool. Liverpool I had there. Yeah, just some team do are the more major, but in the Champions League, Napoli for na top group in there, and Liverpool should watch out.
But one top group.
Yes, Napoli in the top group, no, you know they should watch out. They are likely to meet one of the big boys. Until let's see, so me in as a draw and a so a team Liverpool a bit to be a shadow. That is it for yesterday's games.
You the games no crazy.
You know, in the games, no, I remember they were against Celtic. Me and them. Real against Celtic, even at Glasgow, Celtic and me and you know, man, Real last 2 games in Korea, losing to Leipzig in the Champions League and against Girona, things are not well. But I don't think Sekala and Ancelotti better have a rotational policy view because I'm saying Eduardo Camavinga mono do mo ba do team mo game no, and he will stick to his main team. Maybe Karim Benzema will still not be available for this particular occasion. But Vinicius is there, Valverde is there, Rodrigo is there. Luka Modric is likely to come back in this particular game, and I don't think I team a friend is Celtic or chance at them about. I'm going in for a Madrid win. Chelsea airball against.
Because our group, you know, RB Leipzig and then Shakhtar Donetsk. You know, one of the Leipzig over come Madrid. We have point difference now. We are 9-6. Eh? 6 no to qualify.
Yes.
Depending on win or being number of goals or bit myself. In the honor your tight pa RB Leipzig 9.
Yes.
Shakhtar Donetsk 6.
Yes.
Maybe at me.
But so Washa Leipzig seem to have a very good team that shot to the this season. Are they back on Leipzig for one say?
Me no neighbor.
Yes. Everybody say
I was Shakhtar Donetsk group, yes.
At the Metal Stadium.
Yeah.
You know it will be difficult for Leipzig, but at the back on Leipzig I want to say our team up front be very dangerous. So Emil Forsberg, Christopher Nkunku, Timo Werner, Andre Silva. These are players on only day. So defense in your sharp to say the who shattered the next defense in your sharper. They have still Kaninko who is still protecting the back line. But this is not the old Shakhtar Donetsk. Out to Ukraine who are no. Leipzig have done really well, and I think say with the materials available, I'm be team akwa share team friend Shakhtar Donetsk.
Okay.
Chelsea against Dynamo Zagreb. First game, Thomas Tuchel Jan no. Graham Potter hasn't been convincing of late. But this is a game I don't think such Chelsea being a problem. Coach himself 4 against Brighton. So Kulu's way to us there will be so much immense pressure. I beat me in the Champions League. Chelsea more than one a and playing at home. I think it gives them an advantage over team my friend Dynamo Zagreb. And you know it's a game that I think Chelsea a big winning. AC Milan against Salzburg. So actually almost almost game a bit similar to say the Eka. Shakhtar Donetsk in Leipzig AC Milan almost playing at home against a team my friend Salzburg. Salzburg so watch your man.
No back when I qualify.
AC Milan ko honom ko board draw. Salzburg for so watch games no ma bona we na they are yet to lose a game.
Okay.
It really tells you say almost some de bonne so any some travel from their own grounds. Milan at home, you know, almost Chelsea to almost the last time. But at least hope in this particular game, Makasa only team my friend of Salzburg Baba. Benjamin Sesko and started last Champions League game. But Lucas Sosic is still around, Noah Okafor is still around. And these are the 3 key guys. Ube expect to say the likes of Theo Hernandez, Carabia, and other players so team so dia. any Milan will be pagina. But so what Milana, they struggle against team that possess. But the good news for them, they say Rafaelio is on form, Ibrahim Diaz is on form, Olivier Giroud is on form. But their last game, boy, in the Italian Serie A against Torino and Goyi, Salzburg Fonso Petom qualified here. Among former holding in Uncle stop Olivier Giroud and Rafaelio. So when Timmy and stop Modia, then you'll be in trouble. And I think this is a chance for Milan. Last season, Ankoya and Farm in the groups. This is the right time for them to qualify, no redo more image, and play that to the San Siro. You know, I think say to my friend AC Milan, a chance or mobile team they are qualified. Okay. Juventus versus Paris Saint-Germain. Juventus Unkoye. Yahe Champions League games so but apart from beating Maccabi Haifa, Omuko Benfica Colusi, Omuko Paris Colusi.
There's a PSG Benfica.
Yes.
These are matches in the Kosovo. I
don't
know, investors in the
group because I see a very, very key. Okay. PSG will be playing against Neymar. Without Neymar, I don't think it will be a huge problem for them because Juve team in general almost pre-pressa from Paredes, Pogba, Vlahovic is not likely to feature. Defense, Danilo is not likely to feature. A lot of injuries no team. The problem with PSG 1 year, three back, they only get exposed the moment of betra Marco Verratti, because of Ramos, he loves to play. Marquinhos stay. Danilo is not a player that you can trust in terms of a central defense. Kimpembe will not be available. But the only player will be Arkadiusz Milik. He has been the sensation for my friend Juventus. PSG still remain unbeaten. And you know, I think so we game on better or unbeaten run as well.
But we are Juventus. Okay, injuries near the bar. So a team to say Juventus 5 matches. Oma win 1 pay. No more lose 4. To almost 3 points.
Yes.
5 matches, 3 points. Benfica 11 points. What's happening to Juventus?
They are happy and they are back with injury. They are tossing me new coach in Asa. Omunis can jump some pamano. Omo problem man.
I see.
Players almost told me yes, some of them are team. Bremer is injured. Paul Pogba is injured. Gil Maria injured. Vlahovic has been on and off. Most of their key men decided some don't be changing game no general you may be fair to them. Obinsu betimi aka say na so omone Benfica no mo players ni bi ho. I agree. So we Benfica team now. I don't think even in the absence of these players, Benfica in terms of individuals have materials than them. Antonio Sanchez, Otamendi, Alex Grimaldi, Alexander Akbar, Ofa midfield of Enzo Fernandez, who for me the revelation for the side. Ofa Fiorentino, Ofa Goncalo Ramos, David Neres, João Mario. You know, I don't think these players, materials or Juve materials, no. But Allegri has lost it. But Sauti I nearly munkomona. Omuniska, Omukopam now Mubetia close to 40 million. Intinya de so my ready so mbepam. Omu hope say players no mu engine ba. Team I feel Juve or Allegri beat me and redeem image and clearly. A players unya midfield of Locatelli or Rabiot, Pogba, Paredes. You expect something. So Di Maria fully fit on the right. No Beka, Arkadiusz Milik, and the Vlahovic. You expect something. Federico Chiesa and Hontono. No Beka attack now. You expect something. So sometimes you may be fair to them. But Maccabi Haifa share with their intimate materials.
Hawa Massimiliano Allegri also was
Sapa.
all right.
But Omunis can do